Warning, Hebrews Toys Reviews is not intended for children. It is for adult collectors and people over the age of 18. Hello everybody, Hebrews77 here from Hebrews Toy Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a look at this Jurassic World, a unusual perspective on legendary, let me get a closer look here. This is unusual for my intro. Coming off the intro though, we have Jurassic World Legacy Collections. Do you see that? Jurassic World Legacy Collections, and we're going to take a look at that today as Hebrew Toy Reviews dives into Jurassic Park with this exclusive look at Jurassic World Legends. So now with that, on with the review. As I mentioned, and I believe it was the intro, I don't usually, here, let's back off a little bit here. I don't usually do these sort of things. Usually I'm reviewing either He-Man or G.I. Joe or something to that effect. But today we take a look at a very unusual thing in my collection, which I do not collect. It's Jurassic Park toys. But I picked this up as a Target exclusive. And as you can see, this comes with Dr. John Hammond. And let's see, what was her name again? Well, it's on the back. We'll take a look at that here in a second. And of course, the Velociraptors, or whatever they were called in the movie. Now, the first movie that came out was one of my favorite movies, and I purely enjoyed it. The second and third films, not so much, but they were still very enjoyable movies. And you can see the front here on Jurassic World. This is, I guess, Jurassic Park's anniversary, or what not have you. And, of course, it's got good old what's-his-name on the front cover here. I have not yet seen Jurassic World, but here is a look at the back of the box. As you can see, it features John Hammond and Dr. Ellie Sattler. Now, my only question is, where is Jeff Goldblum in all of this? I do hope to collect him someday, but it shows John Hammond with the amber. Let's zoom in here a little bit. And of course I will have these figures out of the package for us to look at as well. But while we have the back of the box, the amber there with the mosquito inside of it and his stick, of course. And we have the Velociraptors here. It looks like their mouths open. We will find out more about that when I open the figures. Now, there isn't really much to talk about with this set, except it is pretty awesome. And when you consider that it's just now coming out, we did get Jurassic Park figures back in the day when the movie came out, but nothing quite as elaborate as this. You got the Velociraptors, which, as I suspected, their mouths do open and shut, which is pretty cool, I would say. But probably about the coolest thing that comes with this set is you get this banner, which appears in the movie. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in here. Wow, no, it's quite long. Let's see. I would have to pull my camcorder back for this one, but you get the point. It's the one we see in the movie that falls down as the T-Rex is coming, breaks the banner. John Hammond figure looks pretty lifelike to what he looked like in the movie, even right down to the stick that has, let's see if I can get enough light on it here, has the mosquito inside the amber, which came from the sap from the tree. And here's good old John Hammond. So if you were going to use this figure, could be used for a number of stop motion movies if you were into that sort of thing. Or hey, the Joes are always looking for a professor or a doctor or something like that. He even comes with an amber wristwatch, which is the same color as the amber at the end of his cane. Put him aside for now, and we'll look at the Ellen character, as I call her. I know that's not her name, but she does look quite a bit like Ellen. So these figures have very good movement. As you can see, Ellen can do the splits. Here, as her legs move that way, joints bend at the knees. She can do a kick backwards. The feet, the ankles turn all the way around. Although I might want to turn that one back around to match up with what her body's doing. The arms move in a circular motion. At the elbows bend, of course, at 90 degrees. Let's see, a little bit tougher than most G.I. Joes do. And you got this movement here, which she could be talking on a cell phone or just a regular phone at that time. She can comb her hair, wipe the sweat from her brow. All sorts of really cool action. Hitchhike, get in the Jeep to keep her away from the velociraptors. And, that's pretty much all there is. She has khaki shorts, a, what do you call it? Long sleeve shirt that's got like a tie off here at the bottom, and then she's got a blue undershirt underneath, a pair of standard hiking boots, short hiking boots with the rolled down socks, and then of course I showed you the John Hammond figure. His movements are like that as well, although for a 79-year-old man you wouldn't expect him to do the splits. But he can. He could bend the elbow at 90 degrees, swivel his arm all the way around at the shoulder. Pretty much the same movements I showed you on Ellen. He can hitchhike with this thumb in case his van breaks down. He can't quite make telephone calls, but he could tip his hat to the ladies. And he has some pretty cool glasses going on there. For the 90s, late 90s, I guess it was. And so, not only that, but he's a very rich man. If they came out with Jeff Goldblum figure and this very same style, I would be very happy with that. And now on to the Velociraptors. One thing I noticed down here, this bottom claw, every time I see the bottom claws now, especially this one here, the curve it has to it reminds me of that part in the movie where that one guy, I forget his name, grabs the kid, holds the claw in his hand and says, see, this could slice straight from your gut to your up to your throat, or whatever he says. He basically threatens the kid, which is kind of cool because the kid was being really snarky. The dinosaurs, the Velociraptor's arms seem to be very, very, very flexible. They're made of a rubbery type substance. Just looks like you could twist them around, and they're very flimsy. I'm not sure how I like that so much. I like my dinosaurs to be a little stifter and the joints somewhat. The tail is somewhat, it's got a spot here where it looks like it has a joint where you can move it, but it doesn't seem to want to move. So I'm kind of disappointed in that. But the arms and legs move fairly decent. You can only pose them in so many settings, down or up, basically. But the tail, I don't know why that tail's not wanting to move. It's got a spot there where it can move. Of course, it doesn't seem like you could stand them straight up like in the movie. They're standing up. See, he's kind of down a little bit. I can't get him to stand up, but kind of do like a dog. That's what I think is the tail. The problem is, I think here's what the tail, it gets in the way of him like standing up. There we go. Now he's standing up. Okay, so you got his other buddy here, pretty much the same thing. Now I could go to the dollar store or Dollar Tree and probably get about 4 or 5 of these sort of like dinosaurs. Now they're not going to be as mobile. And this one, his arm feels like it's going to break off any minute, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. But here they are, lined up head to head. Go back on the camcorder a little bit here. Of course, when I was a kid, I used to play with dinosaurs all the time, and like I said, you could probably still find these guys fairly cheap. You don't have to necessarily buy Jurassic Park equipment, and that's what's so cool about dinosaurs. If you wanted to do a Jurassic Park stop motion movie or add certain dinosaurs to your Jurassic Park collection, the Jurassic Park is a brand, and of course it's going to cost a lot more, as to where you could probably find these for about $1 or $2, a couple bucks at your local dollar store. Why not? They may be small, maybe a little smaller, I don't know. But anyway, there you have it. There's the Jurassic Park. And like I said, the most impressive thing really about this whole thing is getting this really cool banner. It's material. It's not paper. You know, I could hang it up on one of my shelves, or I could put it in the room. I'll find a place to hang it. I could use it for a stop motion movie. The only thing I think I did wrong is I pulled it from these little tabs here. You do that and you get holes in your material if you don't cut it from the back or whatever. But it's cool. So I'll have 2 holes in there. They're mostly at the top. But I do like the banner. It's really cool. And I do hope to find more of these. Like I said, they are Target exclusive. They even give you a cool backdrop in which you could send them up in. So there you have it. Well, there you go. A quick but yet in-depth review of Jurassic Legends, Jurassic World Legacy Collection, I should say. And I hope you enjoyed that review. And you know, as a kid, I played with the little toy plastic dinosaurs. I think they were about that big. But man, those things were fun to play with. I can't tell you hours and hours upon times I had fun with those things. You know, I reviewed G.I. Joes a lot on the show, and I think there was an episode where the G.I. Joes fought the dinosaurs. And boy, what a fight that would be to see G.I. Joe or Army Men versus dinosaurs, for that matter. Well, that does it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. See you next time.